Good afternoon, I'm Renee Fong. You're watching Updates at Noon. The Farmers Organisation Authority, FOA, has received an allocation of 39.5 million ringgit via the Prihatin Economic Stimulus Package to ensure that its members are not affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. FOA Director General Azulita Salim said the allocation would be distributed to state farmers' organisations PP in the near future. She said among the scope of approved projects include short-term vegetable farming and livestock projects that can provide returns to the PP and its members within 3 to 5 months.
Bawah rancangan program ataupun ransangan ekonomi, bajet ransangan ekonomi yang dikeluarkan oleh pihak kerajaan ada 1.0, ada 2.0 dan akhirnya ada penjana yang baru ni. Memang LPP diberikan kelulusan peruntukan untuk meningkatkan pendapatan usahawan dan juga petani-petani peladang-peladang melalui projek-projek cash crop. Kita menerima lebih kurang 39.5 juta untuk kita pecahkan kepada semua negeri di bawah Pertubuhan Peladang Kawasan.
She said this after visiting a durian farm run by agripreneur Zamri Othman in Kampung Pawah, Rawas, Uludong, Raub, Pahang yesterday. In addition, Azulita said an allocation of 10 million ringgit had been received for the Food Product Mobilization and Logistics Program to upgrade marketing setup and enhance sales capacity to meet members' revenue generation. She hoped that more farmers would take the opportunity to expand their farms, as the FOA had a soft loan program of between 5 million ringgit and 6 million a year to assist interested members develop their products. A total of 52 employers have registered under the Employment Recruitment Incentives Program Penjana Kerjaya under the National Economy Recovery Plan Penjana, operated by Social Security Organisation SOCSO since its inception on Monday. SOCSO CEO Datuk Seri Dr. Muhammad Azman Aziz Muhammad said the employers are offering 417 job vacancies and he hoped more companies in need of immediate workers will register with the program. He says SOCSO also received 1,288 calls from employers and workers inquiring about the initiative provided by the government under Penjana.
Dan kita adalah pendekatan yang kita panggil pengurusan kes melalui kaunselor-kaunselor yang ada di dalam PKSO yang hampir 256 di seluruh negara membantu semua pencari kerja. Tidak kira sama ada mereka ini pencarum sistem insurans pekerjaan ataupun mereka bukan pencarum. Dengan adanya kaunselor-kaunselor ini, kita akan membantu dari segi bayaran faedah jika ada. Seterusnya, kita akan juga laksanakan sesi kaunseling. Jika ada keperluan untuk menambah skill, untuk menukar skill, upskilling, reskilling, cross-skilling dan sebagainya.
Datuk Seri Dr. Muhammad Azman said this at a presentation of SOCSO Invalidity Scheme benefits by Human Resources Minister Datuk Seri M. Saravanan to the dependents of an engineer who died from COVID-19 in Doha, Qatar recently. He added that SOCSO will continue to help unemployed individuals looking for jobs regardless of whether they are unemployed, workers who have lost their jobs due to the COVID-19 crisis, or fresh graduates. The Perak State Government does not prohibit children aged 12 and below to dine in at food premises in the state during the Recovery Movement Control Order (RMCO) period. Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Ahmad Faizal Azumu said this was in line with provisions under the Prevention and Control of Infectious Diseases Act 1988, Act 342, which do not prohibit them from entering food premises. However, he said the state government is in agreement with the National Security Council (MKN) and the Health Ministry that parents are not encouraged to take their children to public places, including eateries.
Kerana tiada peruntukan dalam Akta 342, Akta Pencegahan dan Kawalan Penyakit Berjangkit 1988. Walau bagaimanapun, pihak Majlis Keselamatan Negara, pihak Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia dan Kerajaan Negeri Perak bersetuju dengan pandangan-pandangan bahawa orang ramai dinasihatkan untuk tidak membawa kanak-kanak di bawah umur 12 tahun untuk pergi ke tempat awam, pusat beli belah.
He was commenting on public outcry over rules and restrictions on children under the age of 12 from dining in at food premises in the state, as it was not stated in the Standard Operating Procedure SOP issued by MKN. On complaints by the public about operations of night markets in the state, which are only allowed to operate from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m, Datuk Sri Ahmad Faisal said the state government would review the matter. The Pulau Pinang Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry KPDN HEP has issued compounds totaling 22,900 ringgit for various offences since the implementation of the Movement Control Order MCO. Its State Director Muhammad Rizwan Abdul Ghaffar said his department received 291 reports, with the most offences, 120 cases concerning pricing of items. He said the compounds were issued based on checks done at 5,504 business premises. Briefing reporters yesterday after conducting checks at Tesco ALM in Seberang Perai. He said apart from price increase of necessities, 15 notices were issued after checks conducted at 34 barbers and salons between 10th and 15th June. Muhammad Rizwan said there had been a price increase of between 2 ringgit to 3 ringgit at the majority of the outlets due to the additional items used, such as disposal aprons and gloves.
Tapi ada juga premis yang tidak menaikkan harga. Ini khususnya yang premis perniagaan yang high level, middle level, dia absorb dan harga yang dibuat itu tidak berubahlah.
He added the notices are issued to get more details from the operators on the additional costs borne by them. To say whether the price increase was relevant or not, Muhammad Rizwan said the ministry will investigate from the notices issued. A 29-year-old man suspected to be suffering from leptospirosis has died, while 4 others are still being treated at Sultanah Nur Zahira Hospital, HSNZ. Terengganu Health Director Dr. Nur Azimi Yunus says the man from Dungun was admitted to HSNZ at 5:30 p.m. on Sunday and died at 1:20 a.m. Monday while receiving treatment at HSNZ Intensive Care Unit ICU. The other 4 patients aged between 30 and 32 are reported to be in a stable condition. Investigations reveals that all of them were believed to have engaged in recreational activities in Lubuk Sungai Kerawat Jerantut in Pahang from 1st to 4th June along with 9 other individuals. Dr. Nur Azimi said the department was still conducting investigations and case detention for the other individuals who had taken part in the activity. Still to come, developers to focus more on affordable housing projects. Property developers are encouraged to concentrate more on developing affordable housing projects priced at 500,000 ringgit and below. Housing and Local Government Minister Zuraida Kamaruddin, however, said developers would need to clear up their property overhang first, especially the high-end ones, as more than 80% of unoccupied units were from the premium sector. Zuraida said the ministry also planned to discuss with all state governments to review the property sales price and terms for foreign buyers in order to get the overhang units sold, which would in turn help revamp the economy at both the state and federal levels.
So that we want to try to help with the overhang units to be reduced. Yeah, that's one. And secondly is that we try to concentrate on building homes that is 500,000 below. Yeah? So there would be no tendency of big projects or premium projects or for housing run. Yeah?
Zuraida was met after the check presentation of land premium for the Rawang Transit Belia project in Kuala Lumpur. Asked about the property take-up rate for last year, Zuraida said the ministry experienced no issues as it had targeted buyers such as government servants. The National Arts, Culture and Heritage Academy Aswara must seriously look into the marketability of its graduates to ensure their competitiveness in the industry. Tourism, Arts and Culture Minister Datuk Sri Nancy Shukri said this could help brand the uniqueness of Aswara graduates in producing artworks which are comparable to international brands. She said Aswara plays a huge role in highlighting the importance of arts and culture in higher education and everyday lives. Therefore, the effort to produce excellent students with extraordinary talents and wow factor is something that must be considered together. Datuk Sri Nancy said this in conjunction with the appointment of 3 new Aswara board members yesterday. The new board members are the National Department for Culture and Arts JKKN Director General Tan Sri Nurliza Rofli, singer and vocal teacher Datuk Syafina Slamat and actor Zul Huzaimi Marzuki. Datuk Sri Nancy also hoped that the Aswara community could work hand in hand to explore opportunities to bring the academy to greater heights and ensure it is always relevant to the industry. Meanwhile, she was confident that the collaboration between the new Aswara board members and the current administration could offer remarkable outcomes through their expertise, knowledge and experience. The Plantation Industries and Commodities Ministry is planning to set up a chocolate entrepreneur hub in Langkawi to boost the cocoa commodity sector in the country while increasing tourism products in the island. Its Minister Datuk Dr. Muhammad Khairuddin Aman Razali said the country is now among the leading suppliers of blended cocoa, but in respect of cocoa production, its production is still low. For a start, Datuk Dr. Muhammad Khairuddin said participants would receive a grant of 3,000 ringgit in the form of machines as well as training, and the amount would be increased according to the need.
Malaysia antara pembekal utama koko yang dikisar. Kita merupakan yang pertama di Asia dan yang kelima di seluruh dunia, tetapi dari sudut penghasilan coklat masih lagi kecil dan kita harapkan Kedah boleh juga mengambil ruang ini untuk kita jadikan Langkawi sebagai salah satu daripada hub usahawan coklat. Seramai 20 orang sebagai permulaannya dan dana kita diberikan oleh kementerian, ada dana disediakan, geran disediakan untuk mereka.
He said this after holding meeting with Kedah Menteri Besar Muhammad Sanusi Mat Noor during a working visit yesterday. The Chocolate Hub project would open opportunities, particularly for the youth who are keen to participate in the cocoa production sector, he said, adding that those who are qualified would be selected by the state. Besides Kedah, there are plans to create similar hubs in other states including Terengganu, Pulau Pinang and Pahang. Federal Territories Minister Tan Sri Anwar Musa said he is ready to meet sports associations in Kuala Lumpur to discuss and find solutions to the issues or problems they are facing, such as in the use of sports facilities owned by Kuala Lumpur City Hall DBKL. The KL Hockey Association KLHA is reported to have been told to vacate the KL Hockey Stadium, while the KL Football Association KLFA still does not know if it can use the KL Football Stadium in Cheras as its home ground when its contract ends early next year. The KL Badminton Association KLBA meanwhile has asked DBKL to expedite the construction of the new stadium after the KL Badminton Stadium was torn down for development in 2017.
Prinsipnya ialah Dewan Bandaraya bersedia untuk memberikan keutamaan dan special privilege kepada persatuan-persatuan nasional dan persatuan-persatuan negeri, khususnya persatuan-persatuan di KL sendirilah, untuk menggunakan fasiliti yang dibina dan dimiliki oleh Dewan Bandaraya. Cuma kita perlu buat secara yang proper lah. Ya. Dulu ada juga bila Bandaraya bagi kepada setengah-setengah persatuan, bil elektrik pun tak bayar dan maintenance tak dijaga dan sebagainya. Jadi kita kena ubahlah cara itu.
Earlier, Tan Sri Anwar presented cash incentives totaling 93,700 ringgit to more than 40 athletes from 27 sports who won medals at the 30th SEA Games in the Philippines last December. Athletes from the Federal Territories of Kuala Lumpur, Putrajaya and Labuan bagged almost half of the country's 55 gold medals at the Games when they returned from 23 golds, 11 silvers and 15 bronzes. That's it from us on Updates at Noon. In our top story, FOA gets 39.56 million ringgit allocations to assist farmer. News on 2 comes on at 7 this evening for more global updates. I'm Renee Fong. Thanks for watching and have a pleasant afternoon.